Howdy ho, guys and gals. Jeff King here, back again in, you guessed it, the Den of Tools. Look at that, my magic green screen hat. You guys asked for a video compiling all of the tool cabinet and workbench kind of deals that are going on right now, so I did it, and oh my gosh, there's a lot of them. So sit down, grab yourself a drink, maybe get some snacks and stuff. It's Thanksgiving, and thank you for joining us here today, and thanks for all of you for being part of our family here in the Den of Tools. But let's jump into some of these deals. First off, we're going to cover real quick the stuff going on at Harbor Freight. Now, right now, this is members deals. Of course, they're closed today, so it should be starting tomorrow. It should be for everyone. So we got the full bank there, the 34-inch full bank cart there. That has just been blowing off of store shelves when it goes on sale. $5.29. That's a decent deal. I think we've seen it lower, but maybe not this year. Maybe it was last year. Then we've got right here, we've got the 72-inch triple bank roller cabinet here. $1,400. Yeah, that used to be cheaper. You know what? I'm just done explaining the fact that, yeah, things used to be cheaper and things get more expensive. I know we've been doing this here since 2015. Let's just accept the fact that prices go up, they don't go back down. All right, now last year I did a video on all the great 9-drawer tool cart deals that were out there. I was going to do the same video this year. I just couldn't find a bunch of them. This is a decent one, $389, coming down from their now over $400 price. And the one thing everyone keeps asking me about is, Bear, give me more deals, not more deals, but more information on the new Series 3 cabinets that are coming out. And I've already given you all the information I have. Harbor Freight hasn't come up with anything else. We don't know the exact price. The release date is going to be spring, but it's going to be more probably than what's out there right now, but hopefully not much more. All right, let's jump over to Home Depot. This is one thing we saw in the past year. Same price, smaller cabinet. They were shrinking deals, literally. So you've got the 42-inch. Rather, they used to be the same here as the 46, but now it's a 42-inch cabinet. I like the cabinet, but it is small. $375 is what we're looking at on that, and you're going to want to jump on those quick because they're going to fly off, or I'll say off the shelves. They're going to fly out of the store. They're going to be all up front in the store. So go and grab one. Take a look at it before you pick one out because they've been moved around a lot. A lot of them bumped and scratched and stuff. You don't want to get one home and find a huge gouge across the back or something. So make sure what you're buying. All right, next up, they do have a 9-drawer cart. It's on sale. $448. It hurts to say that, but that's $50 off. Now, the one thing about the Husky benches over like the Yukon and the other ones, they really stepped up their game. They're now 24.5 inches deep, so quite a bit more storage there. And on top of it, they have a built-in power strip with USB. That really jumps it up there. Although, to be honest, $389, $20, I can buy a USB, or a power strip for it. But anyway, let's move along. Look at this, 61-inch, 22 by 22 inches deep, 7-drawer with the one big drawer, or the one big cabinet there. I like it for putting bigger things in, maybe like welding helmets, stuff like that. The really bulky stuff that it needs to be out of the way, and you don't know exactly where you're going to put it. Nice big long drawer across the front, but not exceptionally, more sturdy than the average one in this class. You can always, a real good indicator when you get to these longer ones, as to the build quality, is a solid one will only have 4 wheels. They have to do this as a Band-Aid. They have to put the center wheels in, which honestly makes it kind of a pain for getting it in up tight against a wall because you have to do this little back and forth kind of pivot wiggle thing to get it up against a wall. But if that's not an issue for you, it's not an issue. Anyway, $528 on that. You're saving $70. Now, this is a good, solid Husky cabinet. It's better than the 9-drawer. I'm not going to say it's quite the build quality of like a US General, but for $548 for a 52-inch, you're saving $100. There's a few colors you can get this in. It comes in black. It's at $619. Blue, it's at $548. Silver's at $548. Green, orange, red, white, gloss white. So those are the colors. A lot of colors you can get it in. All right. Anyway, $548 on that. That's a decent deal on that. Check this out though. The 61-inch by 24-inch deep, looking at just under $700. It's $100 off. The only one color choice, but it's got this odd little side cabinet over here. Let me see if I can show you. They've got the pictures all wrong with this, the connections to them. Anyway, look, it's a side vertical drawer storage with 8 storage bins and aerosol storage. I kind of like that. That's a nice little feature on it. I've not seen one of these in person though, so I'm not sure how well it actually plays out, from design to, hitting the floor. But it's an interesting concept. Now let's move along. This is a Husky limited edition. Thank goodness, because that thing is ugly. I'm sorry, but it just, it's like, I mean, I like the blue and white, like on the heart boxes. It just works on the heart boxes. On this, it's like they don't know like what they were trying to do. But it's $100 off. Should be a lot more than that. But it's a 61 by 23 inch. Let's move along. Milwaukee. I'm sorry, and I know all the Milwaukee boys hate me when I say this, but this is an overpriced cabinet. This is not any better build quality than the medium grade Husky cabinets, but you're paying the Milwaukee red tax on it. And Milwaukee makes great power tools and stuff like that, but this is something they're OEMing from somebody else. I mean, it's got some nice features. It's got the little bumpers on the side, and it's got a power strip built in. It's got a nice wood top. It's got that double drawer up top, but still, $900 for a 52-inch wide. I mean, this thing, is it made by Snap-on? I mean, what the heck? That is ridiculous. Anyway, all right, let's move along. Husky, 62-inch, 36-inch deep. This has got a fold-out table on the back. Check this out. There you go. It's got that fold-out extension table. If you're doing glue-up setups, any kind of builds and stuff, pull this out away from the wall. What a great work surface there. That is a really cool setup there. It's got the little side table over there. I don't know if I'd be all excited about that. That just seems, I mean, I know they're like, oh, look, you can put all this stuff on the side. If I'm going to be pulling this out and moving it so I can use the full surface of the table, I have a feeling that would get broken. Maybe that's just me, but it doesn't seem like something that would last very long. But the rest of the table I like a lot. At that setup there, the price could be better. It's $100 off, taking it down to just under $900. Next up, we've got another fun one here. Or actually, no, this is their standard. I take it back. This is the standard 61 by 23, 15 drawer, basically a triple bank with one drawer all the way across, classic wood tops. It's got a bottle opener on the side. You're paying extra for that. $898. This is the fun one. It's got the lifting top. See that crank right there? Let me see if I can find a good picture. There we go. Look at that. That is, if you're doing some delicate work, you want to raise up your work surface, or you're doing some soldering or something, you're saying that you want to get, so you're not bent over when you're getting back pain and stuff, get it up higher, make it easier to work on. That's really awesome. Apparently it's got some storage down underneath it as well. This is a cabinet that I've always been intrigued by. I know a few of you got these and you just rave about them. They're not the heaviest duty cabinet. As you can see, all the drawers are single slide drawers. That's another pro tip here. If you want to see a cabinet that has heavier capacity drawers, they're going to have dual slides. That's how they do that on these. Anyway, you're looking at just under $1,000 for that. So that's pretty pricey for that feature, but it's a nice feature. This thing scares the heck out of me. Look at this. This is a Husky cabinet, 56-inch, with a pegboard and a top cabinet. Unless you're storing paper towels up there, that just looks like a problem. Look at the L bracket on this thing. That does not instill confidence in me. It just doesn't. I want like whole beams going down the back of it if I'm going to put that much weight up there. It is, I don't know, maybe you've got this and you're like, no, you're wrong. This thing is awesome. They've got it all ironed out. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. Again, this is one of the ones I haven't seen in person. It's just under $1,000. That's all you, though. What else we got? Now, this is Husky's new professional grade cabinets. This is supposed to be competing with the Icons and the Snap-ons and stuff, tool trucks of the world. $3,000. They really like this one. I've heard good things about it, though, to be honest. Your stainless steel top, 72 inches, 24.6 deep, 20 drawer, basically like a triple bank style, but you got two long drawers in it. Anyway, again, this is not one I've seen in person, but I've heard good things. You look $3,000 on it. You're saving $500 allegedly. Now let's talk about tool chest combos. Okay, so this is your basic small combo here. And again, this is at $500. I was expecting something that was more in the 40-inch wide kind of thing, but we're getting the 27. This thing is narrow. It's got four drawers, four stacks up top. You got two or split drawers. Then the bottom, it's got a little demi hutch up top. You can put some stuff in there, not much. $428. It's hard to get enthusiastic about that one. This one's a little better. It's 48 inches wide by 24 and a half deep. They have some other ones like these that are 18 inches deep, and they look like they're going to tip over on you. 578. That's not a bad deal if you're looking for some real storage. Again, only one heavy duty drawer here, but you got a lot of drawers. You got a reasonable size demi hutch kind of thing up top. For 578, that's not much more than we were seeing these. I was excited when we saw these for $500, so that's not a bad deal, a few years later. Now this, if you really like the black and yellow and you're willing to pay through the teeth, because you must be, because you're into the DeWalt line, $1,000 is going to get you a 41-inch wide cabinet. Is it a nice cabinet? It's an okay cabinet. Is it better than the basic? It's not like a Yukon kind of build quality. It's definitely a mid-tier. It's not as robust as a U.S. General. So the U.S. General is almost into a value pro kind of level at this point. But anyway, this for under $1,000, I can't see anybody. I mean, I can definitely see some DeWalt fans paying $1,000 for it. But I don't think the average person is going to be like, oh yeah, if you took DeWalt off of that, would you still pay $1,000 for it? I don't think so. All right, let's see. Well, hold on, let me go back here. It does say, though, it was made in the USA, probably with global materials underneath it. All right. Husky. This is a decent size cabinet. 52 inches wide, 21 inches deep. Not quite as deep as the others, but decent. 15 drawer combination rolling tool chest. I looked at this in person. I went all over it. I shook it around. It's not the best build quality. Again, it's not a U.S. General kind of build quality. It's a real kind of weekend warrior to prosumer, lower end prosumer, high end weekend warrior kind of build. But it's a lot of space. You got power strips inside. You got some areas where you can hang and mount stuff on the back of it. It's not rendering well here. There you can kind of see it a little bit better. It's hard when it's black on black on black, all murdered out like that. Nice little Husky, thing right there. Anyway, it's a nice box. But for $1,000, I know I'm getting old, so I'm feeling like, oh, that should be a $600 box all day long. But these days, $200 off, maybe. All right, now look at this. $1,100. That's with $100 off for essentially the same thing that says Milwaukee. Yeah. Now here we go. 56 inch, 22 inch deep, heavy duty drawer combination, rolling toolbox, tool cabinet in matte blue for $1,200. This is a solid kind of. This is at this point you're getting into that prosumer value pro kind of level. Definitely a ton of storage, a lot of small storage. All right. Things where you're going to be able to lay a lot of pliers, flats. If you're going to have sockets, though, they're going to go flat. I don't know. Let me check that drawer setup, if that top drawer can do. Yeah, see that top drawer? It's only got one rail on it, so you're not going to be doing a whole thing full of sockets across it. Some sockets, yes, but you're probably going to get like maybe 120 pound rating per soft close drawer. That's about what you'd expect. All right, let's jump over to Lowe's. You're right. We got some Craftsman stuff coming up. I know you're excited. I'm excited. $145 Craftsman 1000. So they have a 1000 and 2000 series. The 1000 is utter junk. The 2000 is just junk. And I own 4 of those cabinets, so I know what I'm talking about. The Craftsman 1000. This is not a bad. If you're looking for like a tool stand for like a sander or something like that, that's what I use them for. This is not a bad deal, $145. If you're looking for actual tool storage, like heavy duty kind of stuff, no. But $145 for some extra miscellaneous storage with maybe a little extra working surface, not a terrible deal. Watch the edges on these things though. A lot of them are really sharp where they bend the metal over and they don't quite round it off. I found a lot of sharp edges. I slice my fingers open a lot when moving these things around. This is like the 2000 series. This is the series that I have. $269. It's $60 off. I hate to say it because I'm a huge Craftsman fan bear from when I was a cub, and it's just, it's got the little hanging hooks. Anyway, you know what I've said about this before. We got this one. It comes with the wood top on it, which is, honestly, with this one, with the staggered size of the drawers and the nice drawer across the front. I mean, if you look at this one for $350 for 41 inch, but 34, that's 34 high. I'm pretty sure it's 18 inches deep. Let me see if I can find some specs on it. Where'd the specs go? They always try to hide them on you. Here, steel gauge is 18. And where'd they hide my specs at? Height is 34, width is 41, depth 18. So that's what we were expecting. So you got this one for $349, it says Craftsman, or you can get the Husky box for $375. Oh, that's a hard choice here. Let's see. So this one's 42 inches by 18. Nice wood top, solid build. You got the power strip. This one is 3041. You got the power strip again, not fully boxed. I'm so biased because I like the look of it, and this is one thing I'll say. I think the mixed drawer on this, the different size of the drawers, maybe is the edge in the favor, even though you're losing an inch in width. Moving along. We got essentially the same thing, slightly different drawer configuration, $389, no wood top. We've got this one. I've got this. This thing is just the flexiest piece of junk. And $450. Hurry, low in stock. Who's buying these things? I did. I bought it. Craftsman Premier 2000, 52 inches wide, 39 high. Again, 18 inches deep. It's the same thing in black, essentially. Now, this is a new line that Lowe's has started carrying. And if you saw my video in the walkthrough, I want to like them. I do. But when I look at the price, I'm like, the build quality is not where the price is. The price seems to think that these are a much higher build. They use riv nuts for everything. I think riv nuts are fun. I think they're a great solution for difficult problems. They're not a great solution for this. Weld a nut in there. Put actual metal plate and thread it. Putting a riv nut in this is a cheap way to do a tool cabinet. It's not a good way. It's better than the Craftsman. That's the one thing I got to say about these Craftsman ones, and maybe the reason not to go with the Craftsman. Everything you have to symbolize, everything, the handle here on this and all the wheels, they're sheet metal screws. There's no nuts, there's no threading. You're just going through the sheet metal. And that I was really perturbed about. That, and actually remembering that, I would probably go with the Husky box then, because that sheet metal is just, it's a sin is what it is. But the Vipers, they're a step above the sheet metal screws, but they're a step below having welded nuts, much less actually threaded plate metal. $749, and at that price, I do like the drawer. The drawer on this, if you saw the video where I do the store walkthrough in Lowe's, I showed up close, went and showed behind it. You can see the build quality. I do like this drawer. There's a lot I like about these Viper cabinets, but I just don't think they can justify their price selling. And this is highway robbery. $479 for the original pink box. The original? Really? No. Just no. All right, Craftsman 1000 series 26. This used to be the standard, like you get it for $100 on Black Friday, and you got the lower cabinet that opens up. You got 2 drawers, and you got 3 drawers up top. And I had one of these. I picked it for $100. It's now $169. For a small garage, I can see it. Now here's the other slightly bigger solution here for just under $500. You're saving $100. No, I can't recommend that. And this thing, okay, Gladiator. They got the diamond plate on it. It looks really awesome. It's got a nice demi hutch up top. It's got the power strip. It's got a single tier on this, which I was expecting. But this thing's got to probably be what, $500, maybe $600. Let's add it to cart. See what it gives us. 1,040. I did not look at this. I knew it was going to be expensive. They're on crack. Oh my gosh. Let's go over to Ace. All right, Ace has got a similar cabinet. Looks like the same thing. 1, 2, 3 there, 5 there. It's $150. What was it at Lowe's? It was, I think, $169. Go to Ace, shop local, save some bucks. Don't forget to get your rewards card and get an extra 1,500 in points on that. That is a no-brainer if you're going to get that box. All right, at Walmart. Walmart's got the Hyper Tough version of that box, which has this nice little hutch built into it. I like this. It's not the best build quality. It's a shaky little box. It'll last you probably long enough until you can save up to buy a real box. A handful of years or something like that, and pass it down to the kids or sell it at a garage sale. But you know what? You can put your little charging stations in there, put some power tools. It's a decent little setup, and it's $100. Come on. All right, Menards. I know there's no Menards near me, and it's hard for me to film there. I don't think there's any west of the Great Plains. I think I'm set to like the Gillette in Wyoming. There's one in Gillette. There's one in Casper. As close as they get to me. Come on, Menards. Montana and Nevada, make it happen. But anyway, this is the Performax. This is their lower tier brand. They're not bad cabinets. They're a weekend warrior kind of grade cabinet. $560 though. The pricing's a little high, and you get the mail-in rebate. Now remember, that's the whole thing with Menards is you get these 11% off mail-in rebates. You got to mail in the rebate, you get a coupon back, and the coupon takes 11% off or gives you a value of 11% off, but it's in-store only. And if they would do it online, they would just it'd be so awesome, but they don't. So anyway, they have a whole bunch of combinations, so I'm not going to go through each individual one here. But you can pause the screen, or I'll put links to everything down below. I'll try to put links to everything. We got Menards here. This is their Master Force. This is a grade higher, and I like these cabinets. I'm pretty sure they're made by Montezuma. And one of the giveaways is they sell this box right here, which is clearly a Montezuma box. But I like them. I like the demi-hutch design that kind of looks old school, but it still gives you that storage for power tools and stuff up top. The price, though, is kind of like Montezuma pricing, which is a little higher than I think it should be, and always has been. $489 for a 30-inch roll cabinet. Yeah, it's a decent roll cabinet, but it's not a $500 roll cabinet. And you'll get $60 with mail-in rebate, and they got some other ones, too. This is a nice combo kit right here, but you're looking $1,300. You can save $165. All right, let's jump over to Tractor Supply. They've got the Big Red from, I think it's from Torin. Is that right? Big Red? Anyway, it's $550. I think this is the same one that we saw at Costco a few years back. Anyway, it's a nice size box. The drawers go all the way across. There's nothing heavy duty about it. This is a weekend warrior kind of box with a lot of storage for $550. That's a good solid box at a solid kind of price. Not too bad. Now, I will say this with Tractor Supply. In most cases, you're going to have it like shipped to store or shipped to you. Fees will apply, but ship to store should be free, I think. Well, no, may incur freight charges. I don't know what the freight charges are going to be. Anyway, that's too bad. But free standard shipping to your local TSC when spending $29 or more. There you go. So free standard delivery on most items when spending $49 on some exclusions. Anyway, it's a decent box for a home gamer. It's not a pro box by any means. Now, we've also got the Shop Max. I know nothing about this. I've never seen it before. It looks a lot like the Gear Wrench boxes, if you ask me. But it's something different. $900. I like the look of it. I like the configuration. 41 inches wide. Let's see. 16 drawer. Where's the spec? 18 inches deep. That's not surprising. It probably overpriced for what it is, but again, if you've seen one of these, comment down below. I want to hear your feedback on it. And then they've got the Montezumas here, 56 inch. This is a pro grade box, $2,000, yada yada. And lastly, now this is what I want to talk about. This is Boxo USA, and as I understand it, I believe these are made in the USA, or maybe it's just called Boxo USA, and they're. I know a lot of stuff they have is USA made. I'm not sure where this is actually made. You would think it would pop up and say, all of our stuff is USA made. I don't know. I'll put a comment down below. If it is USA made, I'll put a pop-up or something there confirming that it is. Otherwise, I would assume that it's not. Because at this price, now what they're doing is let me see if I can find it here. Not that. They're doing a Black Friday deal that is 20% off site-wide. Use code Black Friday. All right, so 20% off of this takes it down to just over $1,000, which is not bad if it's USA made. Fantastic deal. If it's just a standard box, that's not a great deal. And so anyway, I'll find out and I'll put it in a pop-up or something. Anyway, that's all the deals that we got. And as I was saying before, let me come back to the big screen here. As I was saying before, I hope you all are having a fantastic Thanksgiving, spending it with your family and stuff. Just so you know, the reason I'm putting in the extra hours is A, we love you lots, but B, we're kind of in lockdown. Duncan came down with COVID. He's at his mom's condo, and so they're isolating. He's doing better. He's had a few rough days, but you know what? He's 16. He's in good shape. He's going to get over this quickly. So hoping that she doesn't get it, and none of us, because we got exposed on Sunday. So we're isolating as well. Fingers crossed. So anyway, you all take care. God bless, and as always, shine on.